Hello students, welcome to the session of Understanding Foreign Culture. We are doing demonstrate business etiquettes in different cultural settings. And today we are going to do the table manners during the meal. So let's start the session today. So our objective is to explain the table manners during the meal. There is a difference between Eastern and the Western table mannerism. Therefore, now we are going to learn the table mannerism followed in Western countries. The first rule is to not be greedy or inconsiderate while at dining table, because if you are appearing inconsiderate or greedy, it might represent a wrong impression about you. Next is to make it a point to dine the same pace as your partner is dining, because if you finish it earlier or later, it might lead to some misunderstanding. So better avoid, and the pace should be equal. So the third tips is don't apply makeup or eye drops at the dining table. Better you do such things in the restroom, so you can excuse yourself to go to the washroom and you can check your makeup or you can apply the eye drops. Now let us know what are the general table mannerism followed in the Eastern countries. The first rule is to pay attention to the table manners, that is, to act in a civilized manner. Although Eastern countries like India, Japan, China, Vietnam, everywhere, wherever you go, these Eastern countries are expecting you to behave in civilized manner. The second tip is to wait for the guest of honor to be seated. If the guest of honor is not seated, others are not allowed to be seated. We have to wait for the guests and we have to welcome them to sit in the place, and then the other members join the guests in the seat. This is common practice in India as well as in any other Eastern countries. Third is that generally the elderly or the senior person should start eating first. Only after they start eating, the later we follow to join them. Fourth is to address the elderly, please eat. And when the elderly says, let's eat, then you must begin to take your dinner or lunch. It's because we respect the elderly person more than anyone else. So these are the general table mannerism followed in Eastern as well as in Western countries. There is more table manners you can learn and explore. So explore those table manners and write them in point. Thank you for today's session.